Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Happy New Year. Uh, Bobby coming at you live. Wanted to just touch base with you guys. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I had a great conversation this morning with one of my patients. And when I was talking to her, I was reminded of so many amazing things. And, we've been working together for 3 years. In fact, about 3 years ago was when I met her. And by the way, I'm going to have her do a little speaking spot with us, and it's going to be really cool. She's going to introduce herself, so I'm not going to give you her name. Um, and it just reminded me. She came out with so many different points. She was talking about all the things that she's done and all the how she's feeling. And I'll tell you this: when I first started working with her a little over 3 years ago, she was in a really bad spot, really depressed, and was unable to sleep, unable to really function. And she was 75 pounds overweight. She wasn't doing well. She was in a really bad place. And luckily, somebody introduced her to me, and we started working together. And right away, we started working on the strategies that I'm going to show you in the 3 days. And the first one I tackled was sleep, which is going to be the first thing I talk about on Wednesday. By the way, make sure you mark your calendars. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We'll be doing live. Super excited about the workshop. It's going to be awesome. The master class. I'm going to go in depth, give you details of everything. But we really started working on her sleep because that was her biggest problem. She was sleeping 2 to 3 hours at night, if that. She had a lot of anxiety. Um, And in fact, we just started working on what I call the 5 pillars of health: her sleep, her stress, her nutrition, um, her exercise. And I've mentioned this in the other calls as well. And then we optimized everything. And that's probably the biggest piece where people are missing, the optimization process that we go through um, is extremely important. And we optimized it. We got her to sleep. I remember the first night, the first week, we used melatonin to get her to sleep. And I normally don't use melatonin. It's not my first thing to do, but with her, nothing was really working. And so we had to do some high doses, and we got her to sleep. It took some time, but we got her to sleep. And with that, once we weaned her off that, we continued down that path. We used different supplements. We used things naturally to get her to relax and to sleep. And then we started working on her stress. We worked on her stress, and we met weekly and we talked about these things, which was awesome. I mean, she had some fantastic results from that. And since then, she's just gone on to do some amazing things, and she got great results. She's feeling better. She's lost 75 pounds. She's wearing clothes that uh, she's never worn before, and feeling a lot better and doing a lot better. So it was really nice to have that conversation with her. She's actually going to be joining us, like I mentioned, and she said, you know what, I'd like to give you some feedback about my journey, and that was it. I mean, it was a very positive conversation, just nothing but love and nothing but great things that she had to share with me. You know, and that can be you too. And I know that we're going to be talking about that in the 3 day masterclass, but it can be. I mean, she was at a place where really she was lost. She felt like there was nothing else that could work. And even when we were working together, there was some setbacks, but she continued to push through. She continued to fight, and she did. I mean, she continues. Guess what? She was telling me today, hey, it's not, yesterday was a tough day for her because it was New Year's Day, and she wasn't with her family like she normally is. And so there's still going to be some stuff, triggers that'll make people feel, but that's natural, right? That's normal. It's natural. Today she was feeling awesome. So I thought I'd share that with you. And, during our discussion, she mentioned that, hey, there's some great strategies that we've done, some great strategies that have gotten her through things. And one of the things she mentioned was actually books. I love books. I read a lot of books, and I'm always encouraging my patients to and students to read. And one of the books that we talked about uh, today was actually this book, The Four Agreements. Don't know if you have that book or if you've read that book. Fantastic book. I highly encourage you to get this book. Um, and one of the reasons why I love this book, I read this, I don't know, 20 years ago. And one of the reasons why I love this book is, I'll actually read the four agreements. They're in the inset here. Be impeccable with your word is number one. Number two, don't take anything personally. Number three, don't make assumptions. Number four, always do your best. And I love these agreements, right? And I particularly like, for me, the one that resonates with me, and a lot of times with the patients I'm working with, is number two. Don't take anything personally, especially when we are having issues with anxiety, when our hormone levels are out of balance. There tends to be this anxiety, this stress of like, is this person talking about me? Is this person saying things about me? We tend to get really upset about it. But this is a fantastic book. If you don't have this, I highly encourage you to get this. The other thing that she mentioned, now we didn't talk about the book, but she mentioned this word over and over today. And it was a word that it was a very powerful word called mindset, right? And I've briefly mentioned mindset. And if you haven't read this book, Mindset by Carol Dweck, another fantastic book I highly encourage you to read. And there's, mindset is a huge thing. It's powerful, right? When I'm working with my patients, when I'm coaching them, when I'm working with them with their hormones, one of the biggest problems that most women have is that they have always put themselves second. They've always put their husband first. They've always put their kids first. Actually, it's usually the kids first, husband second, themselves third, if they're lucky. And one of the things that we talk about in mindset in the coaching is we have to realize that we have to be better for ourselves. If we can't be good to ourselves and we can't make ourselves stronger, how can we expect to make those around us stronger? And so when I'm coaching women through this and working through the mindset, they recognize pretty rapidly that once they start working on their sleep, their stress, nutrition, and exercise, and optimizing everything, that their results, when they focus on themselves, and I know that in the Western world, focusing on yourself is not something we're supposed to do, but guess what? The results are amazing because you're actually a better wife. You're a better partner for your husband, for your family. So she mentioned mindset. She mentioned not taking things personally as well. It was just a great, great conversation. And I can't wait to be able to share her story with you in detail and her successes. And she'll be on the call as well. So you get to actually see her, tell her story. And we're going to have a couple other guests. It's going to be super exciting. I'm excited about it. I hope you're excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, I've been sending out emails. The call is going to be a Zoom call. Of course, it's going to be a Zoom webinar. So make sure you have that link. It's in your email. If you have not registered for the actual program, if somehow you got into the Facebook group without registering, let me know in the comments, and I'll send you the message. I'll send you the link. By the way, if you're watching this live, type in live below. If you're watching the replay, type in replay. And the other thing is, you still have some time to get that VIP, and that VIP, just to be clear, is going to be that's where the power is, right? Because I'm going to be doing the webinar with you guys. I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to be explaining stuff to you for an hour each night. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then after that, we're going to go into question and answers only for the VIP. So you got to be part of the VIP to ask questions, and that way we can actually be on the call. I'm set up for an hour and a half, so maybe the call goes to an hour and a half, maybe it's an hour, but I'll be there to answer everybody's questions Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. 1 hour, it's going to be following the actual master class. So if you haven't gotten that, I highly encourage you to get it. You'll get the recordings from the regular masterclass plus the recordings from the VIP. So you'll have access to all that documentation information to make yourselves better. So I'm super excited about it. I'm getting really, really, really excited. It's 2 days away, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing all of you on the webinar, and let me know if you have any questions. You guys take care. Make it a great day.